In this problem, we're going to add mixed numbers. That means a number with a fraction. And we're going to make sure to write our answer in lowest terms. And we're going to give our answer as an improper fraction. We'll talk about how to do that here in just a minute. So first things first is we're going to have to make a common denominator between 6, 7, and 8. One easy way to do that is to find your common denominator simply by multiplying those numbers together. So if we multiply the 6, the 7, and the 8 together, we will get a common denominator. Now 6 times 7, we do get 42, and then we can multiply the 42 by the 8, and we get 336. So we're going to use 336 as our common denominator. So what I have to do is take 2 1/6 and write that with a 336 on the bottom. Now how do I do that? Well, let's think about it. In order to get 336, we multiplied 6, 7, and 8. So if we already have 6 down here, we can multiply by the 7 and the 8 in order to get the 336. So that's what we're going to do to the top as well. We're just going to multiply by the 7 and the 8. Now of course 1 times 7 times 8 will give me 56. And we can't forget our 2 wholes, so I've got 2 and 56, 336. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other 2 mixed numbers. So let's take 3 1/7. And again, we got to write it with a 336 down there. So this time we're going to multiply by the 6 and the 8. And so 1 times 6 times 8 will give me 48. So don't forget my 3 wholes over here. I've got 3 wholes and 48 over 336. We're getting close. We've got one more to go. 2 1/8. Again, writing it with a 336 down there. So this time we're going to multiply by the 6 and the 7. So 1 times 6 times 7 gives me 42. So I've got 2 wholes and 42 over 336. Okay, so let's add them up. Now first I like to add my wholes together. So 2 plus 3 gives me 5, plus 2 more gives me 7. And now let's add our fractions. 56 plus 48 will give me 104. And 104 plus 42 gives me 146 over 336. Now it's all about reducing. So we need to think, what could I simplify by? Well, I noticed that they're both divisible by 2. So let us go ahead and do that. We're going to divide the top and the bottom by 2. I'm going to just carry that 7 wholes with us. And 146 divided by 2 gives me 73. And 336 divided by 2 gives me 168. And everything would be fine except that our problem asks us to give our answer as an improper fraction. That means that we want to write it not with a whole number, but just as a fraction by itself. So here's how we do that. We take the 168 down here and we multiply it times the 7. And then we add the 73. All of that is going to go on the top of our fraction as our answer. The bottom will stay the 168. So let's do that calculation. 168 times 7. And then we're going to add the 73. And that gives me 1,249. And that's an improper fraction because the big number is on the top.